Welcome. This is the Do It All Dad Year podcast, dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Working remote can make our kids great again. And I'm your host, Michael Kornbluth, and this is episode 29. Every day is Father's Day for me. I'm a proud father of 3, and every day, my 3 beautiful, hilarious, sweet children make me feel like a supreme being father. And they worship the ground I walk on. They give me extreme love because I give them extreme love back. And what I've noticed about being a father in this universe is that what kids relish more than anything else in this world is time dedicated to them. And whatever time you dedicate to children, as far as actually caring about connecting with them, they give it back to you tenfold. So this episode is dedicated to you, Matilda, Arthur, and Samuel. I love you all. You gave birth to this podcast, and let's get this party started. Today's economy. Obama taking credit for today's economy is like Nino Brown taking credit for getting Pookie off crack and welfare. Daughter asks, Daddy, what's bad parenting? Raising spoiled slobs, which was in fact the original title I wanted to go with for this podcast. But every day is Father's Day for me. I thought it had some more momentous pop. Obviously, the title is more momentous pop when I don't stutter over my lines. I love The Incredibles. I really wish John Lasseter didn't look and act so creepy in real life. Daddy, why is Philly a sanctuary city? So Eagles fans come across as more genteel at debutante balls in the fall. Justin Trudeau being accused of groping women sounds as believable as Obama being accused of groping Pamela Anderson in a 3-way with Julian Assange to Nas's ether. I'm still waiting for Obama to claim credit for birthing the Me Too movement because so many high-profile pedophiles were brought to justice under his watch. Kyrie and KP would make up for everything for this lifelong Nick hemorrhager. Kawhi Leonard requested a trade out of San Antonio. He can play the second lead on the Lakers with Lebron. Plus, he can create mumblecore movie magic with the Duplass brothers. Blank, expressionless, long shots is Kawhi's forte. Golden State isn't losing next season in the NBA Finals, regardless of where LeBron lands. Philly became a sanctuary city to give LeBron more social justice props through osmosis. This is my impersonation of Angela Merkel at the G7 summit with Trump. This is Merkel. Are you going to hook up our master race or not, Donald? Because I've got migraines you wouldn't believe. Trump replies, what am I, blind? Burqa bands don't apply to me, babe. At this point, Jon Cusak's acting career is better off dead. Plus, you've lost your mojo factor when Paul Dano upstages you as Brian Wilson. And get a tan already, Cusak. Just like cokehead Hunter S. Thompson, your role model, Jon Cusak only hears last call from the bathroom stall. Alec Baldwin, SNL snub Alec Baldwin, claims he could beat Trump in 2020. Lorne Michaels finally cracked a sustained smile. Did you play in high school means you don't come across as a complete waste of height. Even after the FBI goons get punished for treason, coastal elites will still defend Obama's spying on the Trump campaign by insisting Obama was a classy cheat. Anyone see the Golden State Warriors parade? Too bad Oakland is still a shithole. What, only Draymond Awshucks Green is allowed to deliver low blows below the belt? Daddy, why does Steve Kerr try to act smarter than Trump? Even professional socialites like Tiffany Trump got into the University of Arizona early acceptance. The only time I feel really racist is when I get carded by an illegal. I get too annoyed from the forced irony of it all. In New York City, 2 lesbians making out in an Uber got kicked out of the car by their Muslim driver because his religion only permits the proliferation of fake news, virgin fantasies, child marriages, and raping white blonde bitches. Is Uber Germany in the middle of a nationwide hiring freeze? Be careful telling that joke. Yeah, like this Sharia Law subscriber would ever pay a 2-drink minimum in this lifetime or the next. Michelle Obama gave Lebron the idea for the cast after she claimed to break her hand from fisting Obama for offering Paul Newman's lemonade to Beyonce over her homemade kombucha. Just to be clear, I sampled that joke when I was at Whole Foods earlier today with my 2 boys, and the black guy working there loved it long time. IG report or not, we all know Hillary's 30,000 deleted emails were about yoga spank steals and funeral arrangements in the woods if Chelsea's fiance increases asking price at the last sec. This is my impression of Dennis Rodman receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Tonight, Carmen Electra snaps off my joystick from riding me in overdrive for old time's sake. Miss America will no longer have a swimsuit competition. Can we at least meet in the middle, America, and give Tara Reid a participation trophy? We're still trying. Trump is Putin's puppet. Sure, and Robert De Niro is a funny intellectual left to his own faculties. Robert De Niro yelling F Trump at the Tony Awards is gayer than a pansexual Lando hosted Tony Awards party on planet Freddie Mercury. I hate business roundup articles about companies who let you work remote. These companies remind me of my wife, who let me play stay-at-home dad until the role-playing got too rough because I'm struggling her too hard financially. Wife says, stop being Mr. Defensive. Everything I say to you is perceived as an attack or insult of some kind. I can't even say hello to you anymore without it being an issue. I reply, I can think of a better way to keep your mouth occupied, babe. Bill Maher wants a real-time recession under Trump so he can recapture his money's worth from his zero ROI on his $1 million donation to the squandered biracial hope. Obama pretending to like hockey is like Michelle Obama pretending to like white people. That joke also killed at the Whole Foods when I sampled that in front of the black guy I was talking about before. Very smart guy, definitely knew his Knicks. So Trump never changed his kids' diapers because he was too busy setting up his kids for life. You don't think I want to be a diaper dodger? It would mean I was too busy winning and have my shit together for a change, rather than a stay-at-home father of 3 who's been fired more than a Palestinian slingshot. I'm a 42-year-old father of 3. I've aged well, I know. Not that you guys know what I look like, but I know I still sound young at heart. Despite my sex life being reduced to sexually assaulting my hands on a daily basis. Especially since our bed at home went from being a bouncy castle to a 24/7 open milk bar. Now I'm like every other married slut in a straitjacket. So I mentioned Roseanne a while back. I don't know if I ever got to this, but Wanda Sykes is not. She made a decision saying she's not going to do the Roseanne show anymore because Roseanne pointed out how Valerie Jarrett, Obama's Iranian living advisor, is a member of you know who and is essentially his Arabian horse whisperer. Then again, Wanda Sykes is married to a French lesbian, so you know what boots she's forced to lick. This is Obama's defense of the Iran deal payoff, off the record. The Shah became accustomed to a certain standard of living that I swore to upkeep. And I had to pay off my student loans eventually. So, again, this episode is called Every Day is Father's Day for Me. Which reminds me of an old joke where I say, so what's the difference between having 3 kids versus 1? And I say, none. Now that I have a 3rd child, it's like having a new automatic fan of me. Now, originally, I wanted to call this episode Stay-at-home Dad or Sheltered Bum. Because I had this other old joke where I say, I've been a stay-at-home dad for 2 years, but my dad is much more old school. He prefers sheltered bum instead. And it's very easy to feel that way, you know, especially when you're not bringing home the bacon. And you are in a privileged position, like I am, to be able to work in my craft, develop my jokes. And I want to thank my lovely wife, Natalia, Anna Duffy, for pushing the issue on the children front. Because, folks, I had 0.0 intention to ever have children. I remember my wife not too long ago saying, I've sacrificed. I said, hey, babe, you act like an aspiring comedian in his late 20s, wanted kids ever. Now I'm 42, and I could not be happier being a father. I just read this quote from Tony Robbins where you're saying that the only way that you could really achieve greatness is by being passionate. But you need to have a passion to be great. Now, you could have a desire to be passionate about being a great parent, a great do-it-all dad. Now, when I started writing jokes and spec scripts in LA, almost, like 20 years ago, being a great do-it-all dad obviously was the farthest, thing from my mind. But in life, what I've realized is that it's great to have plans, but it's also great for God to give your dreams renewed life. And, God has definitely given me new dreams to reconsider. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is my number one priority right now is to be a great do-it-all dad. So the only thing that I still got to do in order to complete that metamorphosis is to obviously start bringing up some bacon, and that will put my wife at ease. And this way, my wife, doesn't have to, feel compelled to bust my balls and say, so, babe, you're constantly talking about this economy, being so strong, and I know you like to make fun of Obama and everything, but, meanwhile, you're not hearing any peep out of these Antifa protesters, because I'm assuming Trump has been too busy winning and getting them back to work and moving them out of their parents' basements after all. So I, again, can't wait to make that transformation happen. But what I mean by every day is Father's Day, is because I spend a lot of time with my children. They're my Kiss Army, and they're my permanent hangout crew. And I've gone through a transformation where at one point, you could feel like a loser thinking, oh, I'm hanging out with my kids on a Friday, Saturday night. And, some parents, really don't deal with that well, mainly because, they don't have that, I hate to call it a side hustle, but, that other work-related passion or hobby to, provide balance in their lives. And I've been going after, my, comedy, dreams of being a professional writer, TV writer for some time. I did get my TV writing break not too long ago. But, now, folks, having children, really does give you new dreams to reconsider. And at this point, I'm just calling out right now that it's great that I've accumulated all these jokes, but I will be recording a stand-up comedy album in the near future, and we're going to be calling it Resist This. Obviously a great title. Can't wait to tell you guys about future developments. Obviously, we've got a lot of memorizing to do, a lot of organizing, but plan on taking care of that this summer. Parents are visiting, and they're going to be helping out with the children, so that would be a beautiful thing. And, Father's Day isn't possible, without mothers. Mothers endure all of the hard work, obviously. I hate to admit this, but I've been out of work the 3 times my wife has been pregnant, which is completely brutal. And between you and me, I would love to have more children, but that can't happen until, things start to pop with my career. But I just want to thank God for making me a father, because making me a father brings out the best in me. It definitely minimizes my assholishness and accentuates my sweeter, more caring, kinder side. And, what's great about being a parent is that it gives you an opportunity to really played the role of life coach, and you have so much more life experience underneath your belt. And this way, you become like completely consumed with making sure that your kids, feel as empowered and as enlightened, and that they get addicted to winning early, not later, as much as humanly possible. So they can get hungry for bigger, grander successes as they get older. I do plan on interviewing other do-it-all dads for this podcast because I would like to expand my kids' universe. I don't want their friendships just to be limited to people who they meet here at school. So again, do-it-all dads, unite. I want to talk to you. I know you exist. I know we don't fall out of trees, but I know there are a lot of do-it-all dads that do work remote, and I want to hear about why your kids worship you more than most, because this coming Father's Day is ultra special for those extra involved do-it-all dads that take the entire business of parenting more serious than most, who really care about making sure that their kids don't, trip at the starting gate and don't feel like a complete idiot and suffer and experience as many bloodied, bruised psychic wounds along the way. So, Matilda, Arthur, Samuel, you make me a better man, and I can't wait to give you the universe. I know God already gave you the universe, which I've always said. You guys got the looks, you got the brains, you got the humor, so be an a-hole about it. But I want to make you really proud of Dad, and I really want to make you, proud for believing in me, and I want you to look at the way you look at Daddy forever. So I love you with every parcel of my heart times infinity. This is Do-It-All Dad Your podcast. Happy Father's Day to all the Do-It-All dads out there that are helping making America and our kids great again. Have a wonderful Father's Day weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon.